Welcome to another episode of the early days of Micromobility. On this podcast episode, I have Alexandros and Augustine as a guest. I have been following their work for quite some time, so I'm very excited that they were able to find some time to join me on this podcast episode to discuss our industry. I might watch too much marketing from Thierry on LinkedIn. But anyways, before we move from this topic, Augustine, I know it's almost time. Can I ask one more question, or I'll wrap it up?
Yes, sure. Let's do one more question and then let's wrap it up.
Okay, cool. Now I lost my questions. So I will put it off. No, but the industry started.
We're talking about Helbis now, you mentioned.
It's all about positivity, so I don't want to go into Helbis because otherwise. Our industry started gaining momentum, I think, around 2018, 2019, and then it really exploded in 2019. Then we had the pandemic, 2020, 2020. So I will ask you a very difficult question. Where do you think the market is going within the next 6 months? And
I was very surprised. I was thinking you say kind of on the start of the industry. I was thinking we're in the mature phase, but maybe we can discuss that in a bit.
We are on the early
anyways, nice to meet you guys. Yeah, I suppose so. The name of the podcast as well. So
let's try it. Subsidize the scooter business as you do with bikes, and let's go. I mean, this could be like a interesting move by Tier then to try to use the next bike for going in this direction.
My point of view, looking from the outside as a small player, it made sense to buy other players locally instead of like having a whole team trying to learn, the things there. Thierry did it, and I think Thierry is one of the only. Go Sharing is doing it as well. And what do you guys think? Like, why did other companies also raise a lot of money? Actually, I saw. I think Voy raised 500 million. So that's a lot of money.
It's a good point. I see Agustin is ready to say something, so I will leave it to him for now.
Yeah, I think you
up there. I mean, I tried it obviously. But no, and then I remember I saw the quick wheels, if I recall. Those were the brand, and I was like, yeah, that's it.
You know who also had a good
something
scooter?
you were going to say?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Zego had also a good scooter, but it got acquired by Bolt. And actually, I tested the Zego scooter back in 2019 in Brussels. I think I might have been the first to.
I don't know this company.
Bolt acquired it. I think Augustine might know about this.
You mean Stigo, right? Stigo, right?
Stigo.
Yeah.
I don't remember that name.
Yeah,
that was basically the basis of the
quality scooter as well.
The Model 4 that we have in the markets now at Bolt, before they also switched to Tokai, but as we have learned, they're pushing in both directions. So I'm looking forward then also to the Bolt 4 Plus, how they will call it, and to see the improvements there. But there, I think at the beginning,
and the companies that would be, the top 3, for example.
Top 3 as well.
you can go first now, Alexander.
Yeah, you will say that. I hear you will say that. Well, in the end, it's something that always try to simplify. Even when I was at Toyota, right? Start seeing scooters on the street. I was like, oh, that is new. A couple of months only before they were in the United States, in Los Angeles. I was like, oh, that seems quite interesting. And I went, I remember I was on the street with my then girlfriend, and I stopped everything and I went to touch the bird scooter. I was looking it up and down, and I was like, I like this thing. Later on, Dot launched with their hardware as well from Quick Wheel, which I thought was quite good, and I started using them frequently. So I can tell you, it's probably one of my favorite micromobility operators still today, because of the culture, because of the way that they handle everything. Because I remember even in Brussels, as a customer, seeing everything being a bit messy and then suddenly you see the scooters of Dot being carefully positioned out of the way. So then you know that somebody cared for it. So that definitely play a role, the culture, let's say, of each company. Then I would say,
thank you very much for coming to the early days of micromobility. Obviously, you guys have been around since the early days, so I could not have credibility doing a podcast about the early days, not having you on. As people say, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. And I would add, the analysis of Augustine and Alexandros especially don't when it comes to mobility, because you guys always use facts and numbers to analyze everything. So thank you very much for your contribution. Augustine, thank you very much for the shared mobility map. I use it quite often.
Cool.
Thank you very much for the contribution to the industry, and thank you for being on the Early Days podcast.
Perfect. Thanks for doing this podcast, Konstantin, and also for your voice on Twitter and what you share, and real pleasure to be in the podcast with both of you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, likewise. It's good to interact with like-minded people. So definitely a pleasure, honestly, to spend this let's say afternoon with both of you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.